Welcome everybody to a brand new episode of Top to Bottom. In today's episode, we are going to be looking at the new Young M.A EP, Red Flu. Young M.A is an artist that I discovered through Eminem's newest album, Music to Be Murdered By, where she was featured on the song Unaccommodating. And while some people will say that she was either the worst feature or one of the worst features on that album, I'm actually on the other side of that spectrum. I think she was one of the best features on the whole project. And on top of that, she was on my favorite song on Music to Be Murdered By, Unaccommodating, as I said. So I took an interest into Young M.A and I decided to look more into her music. I haven't looked through much of her stuff, but I did check out some of her big songs such as Ooh and Big and Eat. Ooh is her biggest song and I'm not really a fan of it personally. However, songs like Big I really enjoy and Eat is my favorite. That Eat sort of freestyle thing that she did was fantastic. So while the stuff that I've checked out from her is sort of hit or miss for me, when I saw that she dropped this new EP, I decided to go into it and see what I thought. For anybody who's new to this series, what we do here is we take a new album or an EP, whatever it is that an artist dropped. I take each song and I put them in order from worst to best, and at the end of the video I'll give you guys a score and my overall thoughts on the project. So without further ado, let's hop into this Red Flu by Young M.A. There are 7 songs on this EP, and at the number 7 spot we have Bad Bitch Anthem. The bouncy, bassy instrumental on this song is so weird. It is a straight up ripoff of Rack City by Tyga, which by the way isn't a song that I'm very fond of, and someone like Young M.A interpreting that song herself and trying to kind of make her own rendition of it, it ended up being horrible. Seriously, go and listen to this song and then go and listen to Rack City by Tyga. They are so similar. And of course, as you've guessed by now, I did not enjoy this song whatsoever. This is absolutely not the type of sound that I want from Young M.A. This was horrible. This was easily the worst song on the whole EP. What's also disappointing about this track is how lazy the verses are. This song also features the worst chorus on the whole project, with awful, cringy lyrics such as Pussy on Febreze, and She Keep It Bald, Mr. Clean. On top of that, I don't really understand how this is a bad bitch anthem. I don't understand how this song kind of lives up to that title, when there are other songs that Young M.A has released that sound way more like a bad bitch anthem than this track. Overall, this was the worst song on the EP, easily, and it is just awful. It's horrible. In the number 6 spot, we have Angels vs. Demons. Once again on this track, I sort of feel like Young M.A is trying to rip off other artists. For example, the beat on the song does not suit Young M.A whatsoever. It sounds like a beat that Drake would use. The overall sound of this instrumental, in my opinion, is a little bit too upbeat for Young M.A. I generally prefer her on heavier and harder production. I will say that the flow of the song isn't that bad, but the first few lines on her first verse, the way she went off beat with her rhyming, just doesn't really sound all that good. I kind of wish that she didn't do that. Oh my god, and the chorus on this song, the auto-tune on it, what the fuck was she thinking? It is horrible. It was really difficult to pick whether this chorus was the worst on the album or the Bad Bitch Anthem chorus, but Jesus Christ, just, I never want to hear that again. It is laughably bad. Seriously, put on this song, listen to the chorus, listen to that auto-tune. Another positive I will say about this song though is that the second verse is a highlight on this track. It's not that bad. However, it definitely does not hold the rest of the track up. In the number 5 spot, we have Quarantine Party. The first thing I'll mention about this song is the beat. It has this kind of minimalistic trap beat that was produced by Mike Zombie. The chorus, thankfully, isn't that bad on the song. It's okay. But I will say that the verses are underwhelming. It kind of sounds like Young M.A is just riffing on this one. As I said, the beat is okay. It's not that bad. But when it comes to the delivery from Young M.A, it leaves a lot to be desired. I think this is a song that can be enjoyed if you're just sort of playing it in the background and not really focusing on what is being said. In the number 4 spot, we have Savage Mode. This is disappointing because I was expecting so much more from this song, considering the title, Savage Mode. I was just hoping that this was going to be fucking crazy. The beat for one on this is decent. It's not that bad, but I just wish it was so much harder. To speak on MA's delivery, it's okay, but similar to the beat, I just wish she went a little bit harder. This song is called Savage Mode, and you're not going savage on the beat. What I was really looking for from this track, Savage Mode, was something similar to Eat, where she was just murdering the beat. She was going hard. She was coming up with crazy rhyme schemes and insane wordplay. If you guys have never listened to the song Eat by Young M.A, go check it out because it's easily my favorite thing she's ever done. And I was looking forward to this song. I saw this on the track list. I was like, she's gonna go fucking crazy on this song. And she just didn't really. I'm not going to say that this is a bad song. I definitely enjoy it a little bit for what it is, but it does not deserve the title of Savage Mode. If you're going to title the song that, you're gonna have to give me a little bit more. In the number 3 spot, we have Trap or Cap. The beat on this song starts off super stripped back, but becomes way more eventful later in the track. I'm really liking M.A.'s delivery on this song. It's aggressive and her flow is very smooth. The chorus on the song isn't bad either. M.A. is just kind of keeping it simple. She's basically just calling out people who are flexing, you know, people who are buying all this jewelry, who in reality aren't really all that wealthy. They don't actually have all that much money. And for anybody who might call me out saying it's ironic that Young M.A. is calling out people who are flexing with jewelry, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. This is a fake as fuck chain. I just like the way it looks, alright? I'm not flexing. Overall, this song is good, but one thing it sort of suffers from is that I feel like the mix is a little bit weird. Her vocals sound like they weren't recorded on the best microphone ever. In the number 2 spot, we have 2020 Vision. I'm glad that we end this EP on a high note. Once again, we get this hard trap beat from Mike Zombie, and what we get is one really long verse from Young M.A, and her flow is really nice. I feel like her aggression on this song is right where it needs to be. The production on the song is great as well. The beat has this sort of weird, flashy, psychedelic sort of feel to it that puts me in a trance every time I listen to it. Overall, this is a solid closer to the project. And finally, in the number 1 spot, we have the opening track, Drip Set. Once again, this is a song that is produced by Mike Zombie. I find the instrumental very interesting on this song. It is a trap beat, but it has this sort of stringy sound to it as well. I'm not going to say that this instrumental is the hardest thing ever, but it is a good tone setter for this project. The beat is hard enough, and I like the semi-aggressive tone from Young M.A. The chorus on the song is probably my favorite as well. I like the repetition of Drip Set on it. Overall, I would definitely say that this is easily my favorite song on the whole thing. So yeah, that has been Red Flu by Young M.A. As you can tell, this was a mixed bag. I was hoping that going into this EP, I was going to love it because I was really intrigued by Young M.A, hearing her on Unaccommodating and checking out some of her big singles and really liking them. But unfortunately, the more I listened to this EP, the more I realized that there are some seriously awful songs on the track list. While yes, I would say that for the most part, at least 4 of the 7 tracks I at least liked to some extent, the songs that were bad on this short 20-minute EP really weighed down the whole thing. A song like Quarantine Party, I was kind of indifferent to. I didn't really mind it all that much. It's just sort of there. But Angels vs. Demons and Bad Bitch Anthem, if they were on a longer full-length project, like a 40-minute album, I could maybe forgive them, but they make up a good portion of this EP seeing as it's so short, and they are such horrendous tracks. As I said, the bad songs on this EP heavily weigh it down, and there were no songs that I thought were mind-blowing. The only songs that I really loved were maybe Drip Set and 2020 Vision, and even those songs, I wouldn't say that they're perfect. They definitely have some flaws. I just think they're really great. So as I said, this EP, a mixed bag. There were definitely some highlights on here, but God, the bad moments on here are just excruciating. So where does that leave me in terms of scoring this EP? I'm giving this a 5 out of 10. This was disappointing to me as someone who was really intrigued by Young M.A and someone who wants to like her music so badly. I can't say that I was overly impressed by this. This was kind of just average, and I know she can do better than this. Of course, this is just an EP. I don't know how much time and attention she has put to her bars, her production, her flows. I'm still looking forward to whatever she's going to be putting out next. I'm hoping that the next time she releases a full-length album, I hope that I'm going to love it. But for now, when it comes to Red Flu, this EP, it leaves a lot to be desired. But yeah, that's everything I have to say about this EP. Young M.A, Red Flu, top to bottom, finished. I'm gonna wrap this video up here. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you smack the like button. If you want to stay up to date with my content, please be sure to subscribe. I'll have my last video in the corner. If you haven't checked that out already, definitely make sure to check it out. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.